From the moment we take our first breath until the day we leave this world, one truth remains undeniable. Human life is a miracle. But what if the story of that miracle was written long before modern science, long before microscopes, laboratories, or medical textbooks existed? Today, we explore one of the most fascinating intersections of faith and science, a topic that continues to inspire scholars, scientists, and believers alike. Embryology in the Qur'an versus modern science. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to hear might change the way you see life itself. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more deep, eye-opening content connecting Islam and science. Let's dive in.
The development of a human being inside the mother's womb is one of the most complex biological processes known to science. It involves millions of precise steps timed perfectly to create a living, breathing human being. But over 1,400 years ago, something incredible happened. The Qur'an, revealed to an unlettered man in the deserts of Arabia, described this process using words that modern embryology only recently validated. How is this possible? Coincidence? Observation? Or something greater? Let's start from the very beginning.
The Qur'an describes the first stage of human creation with the word Nutfah. Indeed, we created man from a drop of mingled fluid. Modern science teaches us that human life begins when a single sperm from nearly 300 million successfully fertilizes the egg. The word Nutfah has several meanings: a very tiny amount, something mixed, a selected part from a larger quantity. All three match modern scientific knowledge. The amount of seminal fluid is tiny. It contains a mixture of reproductive cells and enzymes, and only one sperm out of millions is selected. No ancient civilization understood this level of detail. In fact, for centuries, scientists believed men alone created life, and the woman merely carried the offspring. The Qur'an, however, states that the origin is from both male and female fluids, meaning mixed. How did a 7th century text describe this so precisely? Perhaps the most famous embryological verse is, "Then we made the drop into an alaqah." The word alaqah has three meanings: something that clings, a blood clot, a leech. All three meanings perfectly fit the early embryo. 1. A clinging structure. Between days 7 and 14 after fertilization, the embryo implants itself into the uterine wall. It literally clings and burrows inside, attaching like a leech for survival. 2. A blood-like clot. At this stage, the embryo is surrounded by blood-filled cavities. No real circulatory system exists yet, so it appears like a clotted mass. 3. Leech-like appearance. This is where it gets astonishing. In the 1980s, world-renowned embryologist Dr. Keith Moore compared embryonic photographs with actual leeches. His reaction was, "The resemblance is striking. The embryo looks exactly like a leech." He was so impressed that he added Quranic references to advanced editions of his medical textbooks. How could a man in the desert, 1,400 years ago, know this? Next, the Qur'an describes, "Then we made the Alaqah into a Mudghah." The term Mudghah means something chewed, a small, bite-sized substance. And once again, modern imaging confirms this. Around the 4th to 5th week of development, the embryo forms somites, segmented tissue blocks that look like teeth marks on a piece of gum. The embryo literally looks like a chewed lump, with grooves resembling bite marks, exactly fitting the meaning of Mudghah. This description is detailed, visual, and astonishingly accurate. No human could have seen this in the 7th century, not without microscopes, not without modern technology, not even with the naked eye. Yet the Qur'an describes it perfectly.
The Qur'an continues, "Then we made the lump into bones, and we clothed the bones with flesh." Qur'an 23:14. For centuries, critics argued this was incorrect. They claimed bones and flesh form at the same time. But modern embryology proved otherwise. First, a cartilage model of the skeleton forms. Then, muscles and flesh wrap around it. This exact sequence is mentioned in the Qur'an. Dr. Keith Moore called this one of the most astonishing correlations. It is as if the Qur'an is giving us a time-lapse of the embryo.
Let's be honest. Ancient civilizations tried to describe embryology too. The Greeks believed humans were formed from condensed blood. Aristotle thought men provided the seed and women provided nothing. Galen believed the embryo was formed from menstrual blood. These ideas dominated medicine for over 1,000 years. The Qur'an, however, does not copy Galen, does not copy Aristotle, does not reflect ancient medical errors. Instead, it presents stages that align with modern, not ancient embryology. This fact makes the Qur'an unique.
The Qur'an ends the verse by saying, "Then we produced it as another creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators." Qur'an 23:14. This other creation is understood by many scholars as the soul, human consciousness, the spark of individuality. Science can describe how the body forms, but not why consciousness exists or when the soul enters the body. This is where science ends and spirituality begins.
At this point, you may wonder, does the Qur'an prove science? Or does science confirm the Qur'an? That's a question for every viewer to decide. Islam teaches that the Qur'an is a book of guidance, not a science textbook. Its scientific references are signs meant for reflection. The purpose is not to replace science, but to inspire humans to explore creation. Dr. Maurice Bucaille, a French physician and scientist, dedicated decades to comparing religious texts with scientific data. His conclusion? The Qur'an's descriptions of embryology are in complete agreement with modern science. This is not a claim made by preachers. This is a statement made by a scientist after thorough research. For Muslims, these verses are a reminder. Allah is the all-knowing. Nothing is hidden from Him. Human creation is a miracle of divine precision. For non-Muslims, these verses present a challenge. How did this information appear in the 7th century? Who could have provided such accurate details? Could the Qur'an truly be of divine origin? Many Western scientists admitted, even if they don't convert to Islam, the Qur'an's embryology is beyond human capability for its time.
Whether you believe in God or believe in science, there's one truth both sides agree on. Human life is extraordinary. Its creation is a masterpiece. Its process is miraculous. And the fact that a text from over 1,000 years ago described these miracles with such clarity is worth thinking about.
Thank you for watching this deep exploration of embryology in the Qur'an and how it connects to modern scientific discoveries. If this video opened your mind or taught you something new, don't forget to like the video, share it with others,
Subscribe for more powerful Science Islam content. Tell me in the comments, which Quranic topic should we explore next? Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.